Aloha! We're Maui and Trizzy. We visited the Hawaiian island of Maui 3 times, and there's a reason for that. We just love it there. We want to share our most recent itinerary so you can fall in love with Maui. The islands. Hands off my Maui though. And yeah, doesn't Maui have the coolest name? Throughout this video, we'll highlight one of our itineraries, share additional things to do and eat from our previous trips, and explain why this island is our favorite out of the Hawaiian Islands. So let's dive in. We flew with Alaska Airlines from Los Angeles, California to the Kahului Airport in Maui. We were upgraded to first class, so being loyal really pays off sometimes. After deplaning, we hopped on this cute and vintage looking trolley to pick up our rental car. Conveniently, right outside the airport was our first meal of the trip, at Tin Roof, a takeout only mom and pop shop founded by world-renowned chef Sheldon Simeon. Popular dishes included the pork belly and mochiko chicken, which were our choices, and both were ono, meaning delicious in Pidgin, a Hawaiian language. We brought the plates to the nearby H.A. Baldwin Beach Park, just settling into the island life. The few times we visited Maui, we learned that driving the road to Hana can be brutal, squeezing in as many stops in one day. So for this trip, we booked an overnight in Hana so we can avoid driving the road after a long day of, well, driving, especially on one-lane roads, avoiding oncoming cars, and trying not to drive off the cliff. If you're not used to driving on these types of windy roads, then it may be intimidating and scary, but just take your time and make the right moves to ensure your and others' safety, because the road to Hana is too stunning to not experience at least once. Amongst our 3 visits to this island, here are some of the mile markers we were able to stop at along the road to Hana. At mile marker 2 is Twin Falls. It's $10 for parking and spaces can be limited during the day. This 1.8 mile round trip hike is family friendly. Depending on the water level, there may be some water crossing as well. Near mile marker 9.5 is a short loop hike called the Waikamoi Ridge Trail. It's mainly a walk through the peaceful forest and parking can be tough. Around mile marker 16.5 is a turnoff, and this stop is a must if you're down for some fresh banana bread from Aunty Sandy. And why not get a big cookie as well? But you have to make sure you arrive earlier in the day or else the banana bread will sell out. Down the same road is the Kihei Peninsula, where you can watch waves crash onto lava rocks while eating the unforgettable banana bread. Our next suggested mile marker will be at 22.5 to the Pua'a Falls. A parking lot with limited spots will be on the left side coming from Aunty Sandy's, and you'll have to cross the road carefully to get to the short trail to view the waterfall. If you wish to take a dip into the water, you can bypass the railing, and if you dare, there's an option to cliff jump into the pool. Five miles away at marker 27.5 will be one of the most refreshing and mouth-watering ice creams you'll ever have. Coconut Glen's is hard to miss with its colorful outdoor setting. All options on the menu are vegan and you can't go wrong with any. got the chocolate chunk right here. At marker 31 is the Hana lava tube, natively called Ka'eleku Caverns. This cave requires a light source, so along with the $15 admission fee, a flashlight is included. No reservations are needed, payment in cash can be made as a walk-up. Once inside, you'll be able to read about the history of this 1,000-year-old cave and its features. A third of the trail is available for the public, but after that is closed off for our safety. Outside of the cave, there's also a garden maze to go around for fun. Marker 50 is Koki Beach, a small cove with red sand and beautifully contrasting turquoise water. Not the best water to get into because it's pretty rocky.
It looks like we're so deep, right?
Continuing past mile 50, the markers will start to descend. The next mile marker, 45, is Wailua Falls. To see the falls is a short walk down, but rocky. Although continuing on this road after mile marker 42, where the Ohe'o Gulch is drivable, it is highly advised that you do not drive it, especially if you are renting a car, as this road is even more rugged than what's already driven. We recommend returning the way you came from to avoid potential damages to your car. For our arrival night in Hana, we went around the small town that had food trucks and a restaurant. We ate dinner at the food trucks and called it a night as we were exhausted from a long travel day. In the morning, we went to mile marker 42, the Ohe'o Gulch and Pipiwai Trail. This mile marker is considered to be part of the Haleakala National Park. So there's a $30 per vehicle entrance fee. But we used our America the Beautiful annual pass. The Ohe'o Gulch has several cascading pools streaming into the ocean. The 4-mile round-trip Pipiwai Trail leads you through a bamboo forest on a boardwalk, a towering banyan tree, a few river crossing adventures, and bridges to end at it falls. Slowly, we retraced our drive back to the city.
We are done with the Waimuku Falls, and now, finally, we are going to go to the Black Sand Beach.
Essentially making stops backwards. After marker 42, we stopped at mile 32, the Waianapa State Park, simply referred to as the Black Sand Beach. For non-residents, it's $5 per person plus $10 per vehicle, and timed reservations must be made in advance. So we'll leave that link in the description. The black sand is from ancient volcanic lava flow of Haleakala. We made quick stops heading back to Kihei, where our homestay for the rest of the 4 nights will be. Nearby was a popular Hawaiian shave ice spot, Ululani's Shave Ice. It's so popular that even the wild chickens want some.
Tiger's blood.
Yeah.
And passion fruit.
We checked into our homestay, relaxed at the pool, and watched the sunset at the beach. That was literally 20 steps from our front door. At the South Maui Gardens was where we had our dinner. The Kihei Food Oasis food trucks is an open lot filled with food trucks, local vendors, and live music. It was lively and the food options were overwhelming, but we ended up going with sushi, carne asada fries, fried garlic shrimp, and fried chicken. The Azeka Shopping Center held a night market where we took an after-dinner stroll browsing all the local food and retail vendors. By the time we arrived, it was beginning to close. In the same plaza was where we had our refreshing nightcap of juice at the Wailua Hawaiian lemonade. In the morning, yoga at the beach was a great way to start the day. We powered up with some malasadas, pastries, and spam musubis at the Sugar Beach Bake Shop, which is next to Ululani's. Before stopping at our chosen beach of the day, we grabbed some snacks at Foodland: poke, octopus, butter mochi, and more spam musubi. The beach was the Makena State Beach. For non-residents, it's $5 per person plus $10 per vehicle. There are two sides to this vast beach, one called Big Beach, and the other that requires a short but steep hike is called Little Beach. We visited Little Beach each time we came to the island, so we know what to expect. However, we decided to keep a surprise for my sister and brother-in-law, since they were first-timers to Maui. We didn't want to spoil the fun. Little Beach is optional clothing.
You guys me up.
The subtle waves makes this side of Makena more enjoyable to get in the water. On the contrary, Big Beach can be dangerous because of the strong waves and sudden shore break. I, Trizzy, might have learned that the hard way the first time. When we left Makena, we stopped in at the shops at Wailea. It's an outdoor mall with mid to high-end retailers, restaurants, cafes, and art galleries. After being under the sun for a few hours, we were in need of afternoon cold drinks and shave ice. So we satisfied our parchness at Island Vintage Coffee with an acai smoothie, coffee frap, and for the shave ice, we got strawberry, lilikoi, topped with poppin' boba and mochi. We've witnessed both sunrise and sunset at the summit of Haleakala, both providing phenomenal views, but we do prefer the sunset. So if you're planning to catch the sunset and have some time to kill, there's a little town called Makawao, located upcountry Maui with several options for activities. We did the Halii Distillery tour and tasting room for $17 per person. We saw how alcohol was made and got to taste how strong the vodka was.
See what you think of it.
Yeah. And also get the coffee.
If you have kids and can't do the distillery tour, there's a glass blowing factory next door with an art gallery that's free to check out. Or do the Maui Gold Pineapple Tour for $95 per person that includes a carefully packaged pineapple to take home. These three options are all in the same location of Makawao. When it was time, we headed up Haleakala National Park to the summit. We suggest trying to arrive an hour before sunset to find parking, find a viewing spot, and get settled in. The drive up and down is windy and can feel narrow, And because the summit elevation is slightly above 10,000 feet, it gets very, very chilly and windy. So prepare to be properly equipped with sweaters, blankets, hot drinks, hand warmers, etc. If you plan to catch the sunrise instead, you'll need to register a permit in advance and pay $1 per vehicle, plus the national park fee of $30 per vehicle. That's good for 7 consecutive days. This will allow visitors to enter the park between 3 a.m. and 7 a.m. After 7 a.m., no permit is necessary, just the regular national park fee. One great way to end the night is to have dinner at the Maui Brewing Company in Kihei. The string lights hung across the outdoor lawn gave us the appropriate wind down to our day. We enjoyed the food, drinks, and atmosphere. This was our second time here, and we'll return again. The next day we went to Kaanapali, also known as the area where all the big chain resorts are located one after another. On our first visit, we stayed at the Westin Maui Resort and Spa, a convenient walk over to Black Rock, where our younger and daring selves jumped off the 30 feet high volcanic rock. We swam with turtles and laid out on the Kaanapali Beach. This time, we didn't get into the water. Instead, we just roamed the beach and walked around Whalers Village, a beachside mall for shopping, eating, and live entertainment. The number 47 ABC store in Lahaina was our stop for food. Spam musubi was pre-made, but there is a deli for fresh hot foods like loco moco and a lechon plate. After filling up with our first meal of the day, we headed to Kapalua Bay and walked the coastal trail to spot turtles from a cliff. Parking ranges from free but limited spaces to $29 at the Kapalua Bay beach lot. We headed back to the beach to spend the rest of the afternoon laying out and snorkeling. The sea life here was vibrant, and we had a blast swimming with turtles. There are 2 post-snorkeling dessert places we can recommend after a day at Kapalua Bay. First, the Island Cream Company in Lahaina. They offer delectable options of ice cream, 36 flavors of syrup to dispense to make your own shave ice, or if you want both ice cream and shave ice, get a spashi. The other dessert place is in Kihei, the Surfing Monkey Hawaiian Shave Ice, also serving both ice cream and shave ice. For dinner that night, we enjoyed live music and delicious food at Nalu's South Shore Grill, a popular restaurant that does not take reservations. We ordered seasonal shrimp tacos and the island-style short ribs. We rested for the night, but only to wake up to eat more amazing food at a local cafe in Pua'a, the Island Fresh Cafe. This place was previously a train station, but is decorated in such a cute and colorful way that shows otherwise. Seating is outdoors in a covered area that's surrounded by lush nature, and the breakfast here is said to be the best breakfast in Pua'a. We ordered an omelet, loco moco, and French toast to see what the hype was about. And the freshness of the ingredients doused with perfect sweet and savory flavor exceeded the hype. In the town of Haiku, we grabbed coffee and tea from Baked on Maui and returned back to the road to Hana, but only to stop at the first mile marker number 2 to hike Twin Falls. After spending an hour on this hike, we went to see more turtles sunbathing at Ho'okipa Beach. The turtles can be seen throughout the year. Bring a zoom lens or a binocular if you want to see the turtles up close, because where they lay is roped off, so please stay behind the boundary. Touching turtles is illegal because they are protected under the state. For lunch, we went to the Kahului food truck. You know we can't go a day without recommending a shave ice place, or shall I say, a shave ice van. Go check out Gus's Hawaiian Shave Ice in Kihei. It's operated out of a vintage VW van and the shave ice was incredible. It's walking distance to the Kaanapali Beach Park. And for our last evening on the island, we soaked in one of the best sunsets of our trip. To continue on our food spree of this trip, we had dinner at The Kitchen. Featured on Food Network's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, this place is rightly coveted. The deep-fried spam musubi is a must, and each order comes with 4 slices. After eating one, we all wish we got our own order. But that wouldn't leave room for the other brilliant dishes we got. Chicken long rice, saimin noodle, and the kalbi fried noodles. Every single item on the menu seems to be a hit. Before heading to the airport, we made one last stop to the Akamai coffee drive-thru. And to top off the conclusion of our amazing time on Maui, we got upgraded to first class returning home. Maui's beautiful landscape isn't what attracts us to calling this island our favorite. We were blessed to have encountered the kindness of the residents here. It was always a peaceful experience for us, even though our agenda was always busy. This island and its community was challenged with a devastating wildfire in recent years. Yet the locals answered with remarkable resilience, rebuilding their future while healing and honoring their cultural heritage. Thanks for watching Maui and Trizzy. Don't forget to subscribe and get notified for more of our tips and adventures. Mahalo!
There's shots like
Yeah? Which one do you like?
wow.